In this video, traders, we're going to look at tips for new traders. Stay tuned. Hey guys, a very warm welcome to you. Thank you. So, some of the things that we discussed and some of the things that I've thought about quite a lot is, when you're a new trader, you don't really know where do I focus my energy, what do I do, how do I get started, and you've been bombarded with all this kind of marketing stuff from various different brokers trying to get your attention, but this is constantly, you've got other things trying to attract your attention, you've got the charting packages, you've got this, that, the other. Listen, the best thing you can do is to eliminate all the noise, get your account open, and then just focus on one thing at a time. Focus on one market. Now that doesn't matter what it is right now. It doesn't matter if you choose GBP USD. It doesn't matter if you choose gold, if you choose crude oil, if you choose Dow, if you choose NASDAQ, if you choose any of these things. Just choose one. There's no right or wrong at the beginning. You can always pivot, adjust, add more. But the biggest challenge or the biggest mistake I see, bar none, for new traders is trying to do too many things. They're trading too many things. You can always add more things. Just focus on one thing at a time. You can focus your energy completely on that. Now, I'd recommend focus on something that's moving. If you were asking me my recommendation, I would pick an indice. I would say, right, which index should I trade? And I would probably pick one of the US ones or one of the European ones, DAX or Dow, one of those two depending on the time zone you're in. That would be my preference, but there's no right or wrong with that. It's just picking one. What I think is wrong is spreading yourself too thin. Number two, get to a live account, offer a demo account. You can get rolling with a demo, get used to the account, get used to the platform, whichever one of the platforms you choose to trade through, that's fine, but get to a live as soon as possible. Now, obviously, you need to understand the risks involved with trading and that you're putting real money on the line. That means there's a real risk of loss and gain, but as soon as you have some skin in the game feels different, trading feels different. So by all means, get a demo, understand how the platform works, get an idea of what the bid and the offer is and your charts and all those basics. Once that's nailed down, quickly as possible, get some real money in the line. Doesn't have to be a lot, and also understanding that now you're in the game of actual financial loss and win, but if you get some money on the line, you start to feel different and you start to experience the emotions that traders go through when they've actually got some money on the line. Third thing is decide how much to risk. This is kind of glossed over so many times, guys. Yes, we know that trading can be very lucrative. The kind of things that trading can do. That if you get trades right, you're going to make some money. But, we tend to gloss over, I don't on this channel, but very often newer traders glossing over things like, how much you're going to lose, how much you're going to lose. The sad fact is, or the real fact is that you will lose some trades. You will have some losing trades, some losing weeks, some losing months potentially when you begin, even longer when you're a beginner. So decide how much to risk. Accept that fact that, hey, it's not going to click for me straight away. I might have a few great trades, but I may well lose some. How much am I prepared to risk for each trade that I take, for each day that I trade, for each month, etc. Having that decided makes your life easier, because too many new traders go in thinking, hey, I'm going to make loads and loads of money, and maybe they do it at the beginning, but then they start to give it back, and they're just shocked they've lost all their money. So be very careful and mindful about this. The fourth thing is dedicate time to learn. I think this is very important. If you're in trading because you really enjoy the markets, this is not going to be a problem for you. You're going to be like, okay, I'm going to read some great books, some fantastic books out there. There's great stuff online, of course. It's dedicating time to learning. And again, going back to the initial point, don't spread yourself too thin. Focus your energy on what you're trading. So the market you're trading, the style you're trading, you swing trading, you day trading, become very laser focused on what you're studying and who you're studying and the books you're reading. Try not to kind of start researching other markets and other styles if that's not what you're focused on at the moment. There's time for that. There's time to adjust and adapt. Fifth thing is learn to fish, not be given a fish. You know the old saying, guys. This really is, don't rely too much on things like trade signals or recommendations. Now, Chris Weston does a daily fix where he talks a lot about trade ideas and kind of presents things to you which you can use. That's fine, because he will show you his thought process of how he comes up with the trades. And that is learning how he does his analysis on an idea. So that's fine because you're learning the process, and I think that's great. You learn people's process, you kind of decide whether you like it or not, and you decide whether you want to take the idea or not. What I think is a dangerous game to fall into is just taking ideas and just trading them without any thought process yourself, whether you like them or you don't like them. You're just taking the fish, as it were. So learning the process behind the idea generation and behind your strategy, developing a strategy for yourself is super important. Sixth and final thing, guys, is knowing to step back. There's going to be times when you get it wrong. There's going to be times when you get it right. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. The idea over time is that your highs are higher than your lows and your kind of equity curve is moving up. There's going to be times when it's not. There's going to be times, especially if you're a new trader, when things aren't going your way. And that's the time to take a break. It's time to say, you know what? I'm not quitting, but I'm just taking a step back. It is what it is. My account balance isn't where I'd like it to be. That's not an issue. I can always come back at a later date, a couple of weeks' time, months' time, whatever long you take out. But taking the break gives yourself time to unwind, relax, do some other things, and come back fresh, hitting the markets, hitting your trading with a new kind of renewed energy, a new focus, and probably take some time to learn as well and kind of read and digest loads of other information. So those are my 6 things, guys. Let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. If you're a trader, what's the tip that you would give to new traders? Write it down there, guys. Do check out our channel sponsor.